I'm terribly ill, but this is the most important video I've ever made. I had to get this out there. He's won the best FIFA Men's Player Award for 2024. Should have won the Ballon d'Or. Rodri. He's won this Champions League twice, including youngest player to score in 2 finals, Champions League Player of the Season for 2024, 3 La Liga titles. He's rightfully regarded as one of the greatest players of his generation, and he's not even 25. Some people believe that he's on track to be the best player of all time, and they might not be wrong. In this video, I'm going to compare Vinicius Jr to the best wingers past, present, and future to see where he stacks up. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. At first, we got Gareth Bale. He's accurately regarded as one of the greatest wingers and Welsh player of all time. He won 5 Champions League, scoring 3 times in those finals, and a man of the match performance in 2018. 3 La Liga titles, but never won PFA Player of the Year more than 2 times. Due to injuries, that limited his playing time and lack of career longevity. Bale is not regarded as greatest of all time, as evidenced by Real Madrid's Champions League 2022 victory without him. He never won the Ballon d'Or. He was 1-2 in Champions League finals and 0-1 in World Cup finals. His international accolades are unlucky, but his dribbling, speed, ball control, and long-range shooting are amongst the greatest of all time. His numbers are impressive too. 8 Bundesliga titles with Bayern Munich. His 2 with Chelsea are actually quite underrated. Scored 150 goals in 426 club appearances, and for the Netherlands, 37 goals across 96 caps, including multiple deep runs and a World Cup final. He also had the longevity. His initial decline only started late in his Bayern career, around 2016-17, big drop off in 2017-18. His style of play, the kind inside, I can't count the amount of times that defenders struggled defending that skill, even when they knew it was coming. It's hard to separate these two, but if you take Vini's best season and compare it to Robin, you take Vini. In Robin's defense, so far he's had a greater impact on the game. People don't realize Robin revolutionized the winger position to be much more dynamic and more of a central threat, just off of one skill. Up next, we got Luis Figo. He had skill, a direct style of play, and individual and team success to go along with it. He's second in La Liga behind Messi for highest number of assists, won 2 La Ligas each for Barcelona and Real Madrid, except a Champions League with Real Madrid, and 4 Serie A titles with Inter Milan. For a player of his talent that played consistently with loaded dominant teams throughout his career, it's a slight that he only had 1 appearance in the Champions League final. And of course, he never won a major tournament for the senior Portugal team. People say Figo is top 3, which is a stretch. There are far more impactful wingers on this list, including Vini. Next, we've got Stanley Matthews. Matthews was known as the Wizard of Dribble and magician for his mesmerizing skills on the pitch, and regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time. He lacked international success with England and won relatively few major trophies in a less challenging era. He won the first ever Ballon d'Or, including the European Footballer of the Year in 1956. But like many Ballon d'Or ceremonies, the award was biased. The actual winner should have gone to Alfredo Di Stefano, who had better individual and team achievements that year for Real Madrid. Like, can you believe that? But even the first Ballon d'Or didn't even like Real Madrid. He has a high trophy count, but Matthews never won a league title despite playing for over 3 decades. Winning the FA Cup was respectable, but he only did that once. Vinicius already surpasses him when it comes to major trophies, individual accolades, and he does this against much more intense competition. Up next, we got Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho possessed a unique combination of technical brilliance and unmatched skill, along with a unique trophy collection. There's very few, if any, players in history as technical as he was, or can dribble as well as he did. He was so creative that defenses could not predict him, and he also had the versatility to play in multiple positions and tactical setups. Exceptional at set pieces. If Ronaldinho focused more on his fitness and less time partying, he would have sustained a much longer peak. He won his single appearance in the Champions League final, including 2 Spanish championships and a World Cup with Brazil. Vini already has more titles than Ronaldinho at club level, and by the age of 24 has played significantly more games than Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho had a relatively short prime. His lack of sustained consistency and limited records prevented him from realising his full potential. Next, George Best. George Best had an all-round game and, as a winger, still excelled within a harsh and challenging era of football. What hurts Best is his longevity. He peaked in the late 60s, declined in his mid-20s and retired at 27 without ever participating in a World Cup or European Championship. After winning the Ballon d'Or in 1968, he probably would have maintained his peak if he had overcome personal issues and alcoholism. Vini Jr already has more peaks and clutch performances on bigger stages like the Champions League. He's already surpassed George Best. Now we get to Garrincha. Garrincha impacted the game beyond stats. His unparalleled dribbling skills, creativity and flair inspired a unique style of play to the game. He also won 2 World Cups with Brazil, although he was bailed out by an overturned suspension for the 1962 World Cup. He led a legendary career despite being physically deformed, but over time, these and other personal issues hindered him from adapting his style, and by the mid-60s, his performance rapidly declined and he was unable to win a 3rd World Cup with Brazil. Outside of the national team, he won 3 Brazilian League championships with Botafogo, which were really just less competitive and less structured state or regional leagues. He turned down multiple opportunities to join top European clubs like Juventus, Real Madrid and Milan, which could have led to more significant trophies. What puts Vinicius ahead are his stats across multiple competitions combined with his success in the Champions League and La Liga, his early career consistency and versatility as a winger. If only Garrincha joined a top team in Europe, then the debate would have been clear. Now we're into some deep territory. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo departed Real Madrid the year that Vini joined. Ronaldo is more efficient than Vini, although Vini is increasingly becoming more prowess as a goal scorer and his assist numbers are more impressive. Ronaldo's physical attributes make him a threat in any given situation, including in the air. Ronaldo has won 5 or 6 Champions League finals, whilst Vini is 2-0. Vini has already surpassed Ronaldo in terms of La Liga title wins with 3. But Ronaldo has won a total of 7 league titles across 3 different leagues. So to surpass Ronaldo, Vini would have to at least win a couple more league titles. And finally, Lionel Messi. Head to head, they've both won 4 times and drawn twice. Messi is a better playmaker and more versatile than Vinicius Jr. But Messi's penalty record is not the best, nor his right foot ability and defensive contribution. They're both exceptional dribblers and are accurately considered game changers because of their ability to impact games. At the age of 24, they both hold similar stats and trophy counts. It would require extraordinary performances consistently from Vini to catch up with Messi. The 8 Ballon d'Ors might be unreachable. He should really have at most 5, and Vini should have already 1. To really cement himself in the GOAT conversation, he'll have to break a couple stat records, win more trophies, which he is doing annually, so the gap is getting closer. In the Champions League, Vini already surpasses Messi in multiple categories and will likely surpass him in trophy counts on this current trajectory. So if you see why Messi and Barcelona fans are getting nervous, there's legit reasons for it because Vini is coming and he is legit. But for right now, it's obviously going to Messi for best winger of all time. Who are your top wingers of all time? And what more is required of Vini to cement himself in the GOAT conversation? Remember to like and subscribe and share what video you would like to see next.